Hello students, in today's topic we are going to discuss about the various types of hybridization with some suitable examples. The very first type of hybridization is sp hybridization. So this type of hybridization is formed when one s orbital and one p orbital of same atom, they overlap to undergo hybridization and form two new hybrid orbitals which are called sp hybrid orbitals. These orbitals will have equivalent energy and identical shape. The regular geometry in this case will be linear or diagonal and the bond angle will be 180 degree. Now let us consider the example of BeH2. In case of beryllium, we have the atomic number of beryllium as 4 and the electronic configuration as 1s2, 2s2 and 2p0. 2p subshell is lying vacant. In terms of orbitals, we can show it as there are 2 electrons in 2s subshell of second shell and 2p subshell with 3 orbitals is vacant. When excited, the electronic configuration becomes 1s2, 2s1 and 2p1. So one of the electron from 2s subshell is excited to 2p subshell. So this was the ground state. In this case, we have one electron excited to the 2p subshell. So there are now 2 unpaired electrons which can overlap with 2 hydrogen atoms through their 1s orbitals. So the configuration of BeH2, in which the 2 atomic orbitals are now having 1 electron unpaired in each. Out of these 2 orbitals, one orbital is of s subshell and second orbital is of p subshell. They undergo hybridization to form sp hybridization. So as it's clear, in case of sp hybridization, we have one s orbital and one p orbital of the same beryllium atom. They are undergoing hybridization. After that, they can easily combine with the 1s orbital of hydrogen atom through the formation of sigma bonds. So here we can show the unpaired electron of hydrogen atom forming covalent sigma bond with 2 sp hybrid orbitals. As far as the orbital picture is concerned, since there are 2 sp hybrid orbitals, the orbital picture is like this. We have drawn the second lobe smaller, which is not forming bond and will be negatively charged. In the center, we have beryllium atom. So overall diagram for BeH2 will be like this. There is formation of 2 sigma bonds and the bond angle will be 180 degree. One more thing, in this case beryllium is not completing its octet. It has only 4 electrons in its shell here because there are only 2 bond pairs of electrons. So still it has the capacity to gain 2 pairs of electrons, and we can see that we have 2 vacant p orbitals which can easily gain electrons. So overall structure for BeH2 can be shown like this. We have one orbital and this is one more orbital. These orbitals are unhybridized orbitals. These orbitals are not participating in hybridization. They are lying vacant, but they can gain electrons if some donor species is present, which is generally called as Lewis space. Because BeH2 can gain electrons, that's why it is called Lewis acid, means electron acceptor. In case we have the molecule of BeF2, then in place of hydrogen atoms, we will attach the 2 fluorine atoms through sigma bond. But in case of fluorine atoms, since we know that atomic number of fluorine is 9 and its configuration is 1s2, 2s2 and 2p5. So in second shell we have 2s subshell and 2p subshell. In 2s subshell we have a pair of electron, and in 2p subshell we have only one unpaired electron. So this unpaired electron is preferably present in 2pz orbital, because we have to form a bond with beryllium atom, and that bond should be sigma. Hence pz orbital is preferable, because pz orbital is involved in formation of sigma bond, not 2px and 2py. So if we have to show here the diagram, we can show it as Be. This is the sp hybrid orbital, which can overlap with 2pz orbital of fluorine atom to form sigma bond. This is second fluorine atom, and 2pz orbital of fluorine atom to form sigma bond. So there are two sigma bonds in BeF2. Next type of hybridization is sp2 hybridization. As the name is suggesting, one s orbital and two p orbitals undergo hybridization to form three new sp2 hybrid orbitals, because we know that the number of hybrid orbitals formed is always equal to the number of atomic orbitals undergoing hybridization. Now since there is formation of three sp2 hybrid orbitals with equivalent energy and identical shape, the geometry comes out to be trigonal planar. We can discuss it with the help of the example of BF3. In case of BF3, the central atom is boron, where we have 5 valence shell electrons, and the configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p1. In s subshell we have 2 electrons, and in 2p subshell we have 1 electron. As far as the exciter state is concerned, 1 electron from 2s subshell can transfer to vacant 2p orbital, giving the valence shell configuration 2s1, 2p2. So here we can see the transfer of that 1 electron. Now in 2s subshell we have only 1 electron, whereas in 2p subshell we have 2 electrons. So there is now availability of 3 unpaired electrons, which can easily form covalent bond with the 3 fluorine atoms, and as we discussed earlier, the fluorine atom will combine through its 2pz orbital. Now the configuration for BF3 will be like this: 1s orbital and 2p orbitals will undergo hybridization to form 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals, which can combine with 2pz orbitals of fluorine atoms to form 3 sigma bonds. As far as the orbital picture is concerned, now we have 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals. This is the first one, second one, and third one. So there are 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals which can overlap with 2p orbitals of fluorine atom. The molecular structure of BF3 can be shown like this, with a bond angle of 120 degree, and we have 1 orbital lying vacant here. So here is that 1 unhybridized vacant orbital. Similar to BeF2 and BeH2, which was discussed in sp hybridization, in this case also boron atom is not capable of completing its octet, because it is attached to only 3 fluorine atoms through 3 sigma bonds. It has only 6 electrons. In order to complete its octet, boron atom can combine with some electron donor molecules like ammonia, and those electrons will be transferred to this vacant unhybridized 2p orbital. Unhybridized 2p orbital of boron atom. The next type of the hybridization is sp3 hybridization. As suggesting, 1s orbital and 3 p orbitals undergo hybridization to form now 4 new sp3 hybrid orbitals. These orbitals will be having equivalent energy and identical shape. The geometry will be tetrahedral and the bond angle will be 109.5 degree, because in order to minimize the repulsions, the 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals will arrange themselves in tetrahedral array. As far as the example is concerned, we can have the example of methane, in which the central atom is carbon, having electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p2, and in case of excited state configuration, one of the electron can be excited from 2s subshell to 2p subshell. Now each orbital of 2s and 2p subshell is singly filled, means every orbital is now having one unpaired electron, and all these 4 orbitals can overlap to form sp3 hybridization, and each orbital further overlap through sigma bonds with 1s atomic orbitals of hydrogen to form 4 sigma bonds. This is the orbital picture, and in which each hybridized orbital can now overlap with hydrogen atom to form 4 CH sigma bonds, and the structure will look like this one. In this case, the bond angle will be 109.5 degree, and there are 4 sigma bond. This type of shape is called tetrahedral. Now we will discuss a few examples in which sp3 hybridization is present. The first example is ammonia. In case of ammonia, central atom is nitrogen having 1s2, 2s2 and 2p3 electronic configuration. In case of excited state configuration, we can have the similar type of configuration, because excitation of electron from 2s to 2p subshell will result same, a pair of electrons and 3 unpaired electrons. So we will keep them as it is, and after the hybridization we can have this type of arrangement in which the lone pair of electrons, they occupy one of the sp3 hybrid orbital, and the other 3 orbitals which contain unpaired electron, they overlap with 1s orbitals of hydrogen atom to form 3 sigma bonds. So this is the orbital picture, but now the structure will be, these are the 3 sigma bonds, and one sp3 hybrid orbital is containing lone pair of electrons. So this orbital is hybridized, and 3 hydrogen atoms, they overlap in this way, and this orbital contains a lone pair of electron. This is hybridized orbital. So it is very clear that half filled as well as fully filled orbitals participate in hybridization, and those orbitals which are fully filled, they act as lone pair of electrons. In case of ammonia, we have one lone pair. Similar type of example is for water molecule. So in case of water molecule, we have oxygen as a central atom with 1s2, 2s2, 2p4 electronic configuration. This is the type of arrangement in 2s and 2p subshell, and in case of excited configuration, we will also have same type of configuration, because excitation of electrons from 2s or even 2p orbital जो filled है, we can have 2 lone pairs of electrons and 2 unpaired electrons. So we will keep them as it is. So after hybridization, what will happen? All the 4 hybrid orbitals, out of which will be named as sp3 hybrid orbitals, and 2 will contain lone pair of electrons, and 2 with unpaired electrons will result in the formation of 2 sigma bonds with 1s atomic orbitals of hydrogen atom. So as far as the orbital picture is concerned, we have only 2 hydrogen atoms now forming sigma bond, and 2 orbitals, they contain lone pair of electrons. That's why in case of water molecule, we generally represent it in this way. The bond angle in case of water molecule is 104.5 degree, and geometry is called as V shape or bent or angular. Now the next type of hybridization is sp3 dehybridization. In this case, one s orbital, 3 p orbitals and 1 d orbital, they undergo hybridization to form 5 new hybrid orbitals which are having equivalent energy and identical shape. And if we have 5 lone pair of electrons or 5 total electron pairs of electrons present around central atom, the geometry is trigonal bipyramidal type with bond angles 120 degree in case of trigonal planar part and 90 degree for axial bonds. The very well known example is of PF5. Phosphorus is the central atom with 15 electrons because its atomic number is 15. So we have the configuration as 3s2, 3p3 and 3d0. In this case, 3d subshell is lying vacant, and in d subshell we have 5 orbitals. So this is 3s, this is 3p and this is 3d, and there are 2 electrons in 3s subshell and 3 electrons in 3p subshell. Now we need 5 unpaired electrons because we have to accommodate 5 fluorine atoms. For that, one of the electron from 3s subshell is excited to vacant 3d orbital with 5 unpaired electrons now. So these 5 orbitals, one from s, 3 from p and one from d subshell, that undergoes hybridization to form sp3 hybridization, and each of these 5 hybrid orbitals, they overlap with 2 pz orbitals of fluorine atom to form 5 sigma bonds. As far as the orbital picture is concerned, this is the type of the geometry in which we have an arrangement trigonal by pyramidal. So this is referred to as trigonal by pyramidal, and in case of PF5 the molecular structure will be like this one. There are 3 fluorine atoms at equatorial positions and 2 fluorine atoms at axial positions. So in case of equatorial positions, bond angle is 120 degree and bond angle between axial and equatorial positions is of 90 degree. Now the next and last type of hybridization, which is the part of discussion today, is sp3d2. As the name is suggesting, we have now one s orbital, 3 p orbitals and 2 d orbitals. They undergo hybridization to form 6 new hybrid orbitals of equal energy and identical shape. Geometry in this case will be octahedral and the angles will be 90 degree each. The well-known example is of SF6, in which sulfur atom is having 3s2 3p4 3d0 electronic configuration. So in order to accommodate 6 fluorine atoms, 1 electron from 3s and 1 electron from 3p suborbital is excited to vacant 3d orbitals like this. So we have now 2 electrons in 3d subshell, which was earlier vacant. So as far as the configuration of SF6 is concerned, these 6 orbitals means 1 from s, 3 from p and 2 from d subshell. They undergo hybridization to form sp3d2 hybridization, and all the unpaired electrons now they can easily overlap with 2pz atomic orbital of fluorine with 1 unpaired electron to form 6 sigma bonds. So there are 6 sf sigma bonds. The orbital picture is like this one. Here all these orbitals are sp3d2. So there are 6 sp3d2 hybrid orbitals. So the geometry of sulfur hexafluoride will be like this. Such molecules like PF5, SF6, they are called hypervalent because in these molecules the central atom is having more than 8 electrons. So these were the various types of hybridization. We have studied about sp, sp2, sp3, sp3d2 and sp3d type of hybridization. Thank you.